Today, we will be discussing all the latest news and updates related to Canadian immigration and discuss what IRCC is thinking about the fate of FSW as well as CEC draws in 2022. This is going to be a highly informative video, so stay tuned till the end. All the information is taken from CIC News and you can find links to all of them down in the description below. Let's begin. Hi, I am Kshitij.
And I'm Sonali.
We are a young Indian couple determined to move to Canada.
We started our PR journey in 2021 extensively researching the immigration process.
In this series, we study all news and updates related to Canadian immigration and present them exclusively for you on this channel. If you want to move to Canada, the only thing you need to do is subscribe to our channel and never miss an update on Canadian immigration.
So let's begin our PR journey.
Let's begin with the travel ban Canada has imposed again after the Omicron variant made headlines. The list of countries on which this travel ban is imposed was updated on December 1st and you can see them on your screens right now. Foreign nationals who have traveled to these countries over the last 14 days will be forbidden from entering Canada. Meanwhile, Canadian citizens and permanent residents that have been in any of these countries over the last 14 days will need to receive a negative PCR test in a third country before being allowed to travel to Canada, even if they are fully vaccinated. Upon arrival to Canada, all Canadians who have been to these countries will have to complete a COVID-19 test again. They will also have to quarantine for 14 days and complete a test on day 8th. Travelers arriving by air will need to stay in a designated quarantine facility while they wait on their arrival test results. They will be allowed to leave once their test results come back negative. Those arriving by land may be allowed to go directly to the quarantine location named on their quarantine plan. If they do not have a suitable quarantine plan, they will have to go to a designated quarantine facility. In a media release, the government said there will be increased scrutiny of quarantine plans for travelers from these countries and rigorous monitoring to ensure travelers are complying with quarantine measures. Meanwhile, all air travelers except those coming from the US, irrespective of their Canadian immigration and vaccination status, will need to undergo testing at the airport in which they land in Canada. They will need to self-isolate until a negative test has been confirmed. This is in addition to the pre-arrival PCR test that they need to get within 72 hours of travel to Canada. Now let's discuss some relevant immigration news which will directly lead to the fate of FSW and CEC draws in 2020. The new immigration minister said he is prepared to increase Canadian immigration level if it is necessary to address the labor shortage. Canada is currently experiencing significant job shortages in large part due to fewer immigrants arriving from overseas amid the pandemic. The country is currently pursuing its most ambitious immigration levels plan in its history as it aims to welcome 401,000 immigrants in 2021, 411,000 in 2022 and an additional 421,000 in 2023. The minister said he is very much open to even higher levels if there is an appetite from business and communities for more workers. The immigration levels plan 2022 to 2024 is due to be announced by February 10, 2022 at the latest. 46,000 immigrants landed in October, mostly from within Canada. The minister also revealed that Canada is well on track to achieve its 401,000 newcomer target of this year. Canada has welcomed 313,000 new immigrants between January and October 2021. It needs to land about 87,000 more immigrants, that is an average of 43,000 per month for the month of November and December, to achieve its newcomer goal for 2021. The minister also said that most of his focus since becoming minister in October has been on resettling Afghan refugees. The federal government has committed to resettling 40,000 Afghans but has only resettled 3,500 so far. The next and the most talked about and significant immigration news is the backlog of nearly 1.8 million immigration applications. An IRCC spokesperson explained ongoing international travel restriction, border restriction, limited operational capacities overseas and the inability on the part of clients to obtain documentation due to the effects of COVID-19 COVID-19 have created barriers within the processing continuum. This hinders IRCC's ability to finalize applications, creating delays that are outside IRCC's control. The spokesperson continued, "Despite our efforts, we know that some applicants have experienced considerable wait times with the processing of their application, and we continue to work as hard as possible to reduce the processing times. We thank them for their patience and understanding at this moment, and we look forward to welcoming them to Canada." The backlog consists of all immigration categories, and as of end of October, the following stats will amaze you. For the CEC Express Entry category, there are 50,000 backlogs of applications, and for the FSW Express Entry category, there is 51,000 of backlog applications. A point to note here is these are the number of people, not number of applications. That means if a family of 4 wants to immigrate to Canada, that's one application but 4 people. So effectively number of applications are much lower. There's the link for this article in the description where you can check out detailed table where it shows the number of pending people in each category. You can check that out if you lie in some other category. The next news is closely related to this one. As on December 2, IRCC announced that they are going to finalize over 14,000 CEC applications and 600 FSW applications per month. Assuming IRCC maintains this pace, it will have processed all of the remaining 50,000 CEC applications by January 2022. The department has indicated it would like to cut its express entry inventory by more than half before considering resuming invitations to CEC and FSW candidates. This suggests IRCC will be in better position to consider broadening its express entry invitations in early 2022, when the express entry backlog is likely to be around half of what is it in late October. Major announcements still to come include the issuance of mandate letters to each federal minister, including immigration minister. In addition, the minister will announce the Canadian Immigration Plan level 2022 to 2024 by February 10th. So by 10th of February 2022, we can expect a lot more clarity through those mandate letters. And also, judging by the amount of backlogs cleared, that what will IRCC's go-to strategy be for both FSW as well as CEC. So it's safe to say that there will be no FSW or CEC draws looking at all these trends, at least until 10th of February. Do let us know in the comment section what do you think about this and whether you agree or not. And if you enjoyed this video, go and watch these ones next. Subscribe to our channel and never miss an update on Canadian immigration. Thanks for watching.